I see the main key takeaways of today's conference really focusing on the integral part of making ESG part of every function in the investment firm and every part of the investment process. And to do that, at Nordic Capital, we have put a lot of efforts into training and understanding how to increase the capabilities into the organization, both in terms of investment professionals, but also board members and executive management team. How do you actually identify sustainability risks and opportunities and make it material and relevant for your business strategy to really make an impact? So I think that is one key takeaway. The second thing is, of course, data. The data-driven approach to ESG is something that the regulators are pushing, the investors are pushing, the different kind of stakeholders are pushing, and we're right in the midst of the journey of how to disclose and report and make use of the data that we do collect. So having a data-driven approach is of course key, but how do you actually get actionable insights of that data? I would say that are my two key takeaways of today. So I see 2023 being approached with cautiously optimism. Of course, there's a lot of uncertainty, and we're really trying to support our companies how to navigate in this uncertainty and the new kind of market normal that you could say. Learning from the pandemic, we saw, actually I read research the other day that PE-backed company actually outperformed their peers significantly because of the access to capital, the management skill set that they were accessing, and also operational expertise. So I think coming into some kind of crisis that really is also talked about in the latest magazine, really to navigate on from an ESG point of view, if you're doing layoff, how do you do that in a responsible way? How do you ensure that diversity is maintained in the organization? If you look at your supply chain, how do you ensure that also sustainable procurement stays in your supply chain? And of course, looking at employees on employee engagement and cost efficiency from an energy perspective. So I think there's a lot of things to learn from the pandemic, but coming into this new uncertainty on how to have an ESG lens on really bringing business value. I think looking at ESG conferences and really talking about the topic is just you understand the breadth and also the depth of knowledge that we have in our industry and in community. Looking at the development over the couple of years, of course, a few years ago, it was only the head of ESG that were participating in this conference. Now it's much broader attendance across investment organizations because ESG is incorporated and integrated into every firm's different parts of functions. I think also spending 2 days and really deepening in some of the hot topics really make it valuable in terms of understanding and getting more knowledge sharing. But also looking at the ESG community, when I started Nordic Capital 6 years ago, it's been a very, very friendly approach to really share your knowledge and insights between peers and to really, because we have the same kind of a vision, and that is to increase the capital flows into more sustainable investments. So I think we share the purpose, and we want to know that knowledge is the key to drive that transformation.